Live from Utah's first TV station, Good Morning Utah at 5 starts now.
Good morning, Utah. I'm Jared Jotnini. It is 5 right now on your Wednesday morning. Brian Carlson there anchoring from home. We'll get to him in a moment. But first, a 4.2 magnitude aftershock near Magna Rock, northern Utah overnight. There are no injuries or damage to report. This aftershock is from the 5.7 earthquake that hit that same area last month. The Utah Division of Emergency Management says we can expect to feel these aftershocks for a while.
It depends. I mean, the bigger the quakes, the longer they last. But I would expect this to go on for a few more months. But just remember that the aftershocks are ever increasingly getting smaller. So it'll get to the point where the bigger ones will only be 2.5s and maybe 3s, and then they'll eventually die out and go away.
Sure woke me up overnight as some communities are still recovering from last month's earthquake. Hours before we felt yesterday's aftershock, Salt Lake City Council voted to extend its emergency declaration to July 6, which mirrors Salt Lake County. Council members say the extension grants more time to apply for FEMA funding. Some Salt Lake City residents are displaced this morning after a fire broke out last night. It happened near 145 West Fremont Avenue. Firefighters were able to control the fire. Pictures here. Nobody was injured. 3 people who live in the home were displaced. The cause of the fire still under investigation. Now to the latest numbers from the coronavirus. According to Johns Hopkins University, there are more than 1.9 million confirmed cases. Over 494,000 people have recovered from the virus. More than 126,000 have died. Nationwide, there are more than 609,000 confirmed cases. Over 49,000 people have recovered, while 26,000 people have died. Statewide, there are more than 2,400 confirmed cases in the state, with 46,476 people tested in total. 213 patients have been hospitalized. 19 people have died. Hospitals are preparing for an increase in COVID-19 patients. Intermountain Healthcare says its intensive care unit could be most stressed with patients needing ventilators. And while they're not releasing how many ventilators they have, they say less than 50% are in use, and they're prepared to rapidly expand bed capacity as needed. New data release shows Utah's Hispanic community is being hit hard by COVID-19. Officials say Hispanics make up approximately 28% of Utah cases, but only make up 14% of the population. Health officials say access to testing isn't the issue.
And this pandemic is shining a particularly bright light on these health disparities. So we're going to be working very closely with our local health departments and our communities to better understand this disparity and how to best address it.
The data released is preliminary. Official data will be released later this week. A new order from the governor: students will not be returning back to school this year. Students will still be learning, with online programs through this academic school year. The governor says it was a tough decision, but one that was ultimately made in coordination with the state and school superintendents.
There are a variety of things, but we're saying do no harm, go easy, realize the stress of this time. We're so appreciative of the teachers and students who are working hard to ensure learning continues, and the parents, but we also realize that there are a lot of mitigating circumstances.
Lots of hard work by educators. And the University of Utah announced that all students enrolled in online classes will pay in-state tuition. Online students will pay an additional $60 fee to cover the costs of operating online courses. As students continue learning from home, there are growing concerns from parents on what the future could look like. Brian Carlson tracking this all this morning, anchoring from home. Brian, a lot of unanswered questions on the future of education.
Oh, you bet here, Jared. And so there's a lot of people worried about those answers here this morning. What if you have a senior about to graduate? What about prom, daily lunches, or getting your kids ready for next year? When the governor extended the soft closure, the state superintendent, Cindy Dixon, was also there, and she answered some of these questions. She said, look, right now, a lot of that's up in the air, but as of now, here's some of the things they are looking at. Possible virtual graduations, and they're asking students to share ideas. For students coming back next year, they're considering grading students based on a pass or incomplete versus a pass-fail. Learning from home will continue even though schools are closed. They want to keep students fed and help seniors transition to jobs or college, which means providing testing. Now, as for prom, right now there's not a lot of answers here for this, but school districts like the Canyons, they're talking about that this morning. So everything's on the table there, from postponing prom to the summer to possibly doing a virtual prom. Right now, a lot of that's a big question, and a lot of students particularly waiting on that answer, Jared.
Brian, truly a sign of the times with online prom. Crazy. Thank you. All right, now we're going to
Time
check.
now for your weather on the 4s.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Erica Martina. Live look outside Lake Mountain. Conditions right now are pretty cloudy. Also starting to see some returns there on radar. I'll show you in just one moment. But Salt Lake City, plan your day accordingly. Sunrise is at 6:48 a.m. Temperatures in the mid-40s, upper 40s, mid to upper 40s by about 9 a.m. Isolated showers, a mix for some of you, rain for others. 54 by lunchtime, showery, and definitely a cooler trend for the next couple of days. St. George, however, lots of sunshine in the forecast for you. I am liking your forecast, so please take full advantage of that. A very nice day. Satellite and radar image, you are seeing some returns there. I often say greens on the screen, a little bit of a wintry mix as well. We have a disturbance moving from north to south. So coming up in just a bit, we're going to talk about what you can expect for the rest of today and when we will finally see that warm up. Back to you in the studio.
Warm up, music to my ears. All right, 5:05, let's take a look at our morning commute. This is I-15 at 800 South in Midvale. Still early, slow going this morning, a couple cars out on the roadway. Don't forget, for the latest weather conditions, download our weather app from Google Play or the App Store. And while you're at it, check out our news app there too. Utahns waiting on their federal stimulus check could be getting their direct deposit sometime today. The IRS says those of you who do not have direct deposit set up through your most recent tax return have an option to set it up. Now this Friday, the Get My Payment application will go live on the IRS website. That's where you'll be able to track your payment status as well as enter bank account information for that direct deposit. We'll have a link to all that information on our website, abc4.com. Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall has a plan to keep residents outside while still maintaining social distancing. The program is called Stay Safe, Stay Active. It would temporarily provide more outdoor space by converting certain areas around the city into community recreation zones for foot and bicycle traffic. Now, this map you're looking at are those options for these possible programs.
We put a survey out to ask people, where might you like to see that happen? It's important that we create opportunities for people to safely be outside,
Which is a top priority for a lot of folks in the area. Now, the mayor is asking for opinions on the project via an online survey. We have a link to that on our website, abc4.com. Now, if you are experiencing symptoms of COVID-19, here are some simple steps you can follow. The state of Utah has developed a website you can access at coronavirus.utah.gov. Now, once you're there, you'll see a link at the bottom of the page with a phone number for information about the virus. That number there on the top of your screen. Now, this is a list of common COVID-19 symptoms. Health officials are now allowing anyone to get tested with or without a doctor's referral. All right, time now 5:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Utah. President Trump has stopped funding the World Health Organization. Hear why he made the traumatic move a little later this hour.
The latest smartphones from an up-and-coming brand you might not know, but they're hundreds of dollars cheaper than the competition, and I think you'll love them. I'm Rich DeMiro. That's coming up in Tech Smart.
Ute star Booth Gotch explains why he declared for the NBA draft. That's coming up in your morning sports report.
Time now for ABC 4 News Sports with Dana Green.
We're going to kick off our comprehensive NFL draft coverage in 1 week, and the hype is really building around Utah State quarterback Jordan Love, who's being projected to go early in the first round. Love is in an online docu-series called Road to Rated Rookie. Here's a clip from the first episode.
You know, I come from a smaller school, Utah State. It's not, you know, the Alabamas and the Ohio States out there, so not everybody, you know, might know me, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to showcase my abilities, show these coaches what I'm about, and at the end of the day, I'm a ball player. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to go win games when I get to that team. Obviously, it's going to be one of the biggest days of my life, you know, just hearing my name called, no matter what team I go to, no matter what round I go to, you know, just that's a dream come true, getting drafted.
Well, Booth Gotch dreams of being taken in the NBA draft. The running Ute star had an up-and-down sophomore season, but there's no question he has the talent to eventually make it at the next level. Booth Gotch just wants to get some feedback from NBA teams on where he is in his quest to become an NBA player.
Just seeing where I land, you know, in this position. Obviously, playing in the NBA one day is one of my goals, and just me trying to, you know, get myself out there, get my name out there, and, you know, trying to see what people think, you know, and where I can possibly land in the draft.
Gotch is not hiring an agent and can return to Utah for his junior season.
Trying to keep all the options open. You know, just trying to keep my eligibility open to, you know, go back to school just in case, you know, just not hearing, you know, what I want to hear, things like that.
But with the pandemic, Gotch doesn't know when or if he'll be able to actually work out for NBA teams.
So with this virus stuff going on, you know, we're still waiting for the NBA and, you know, what they're going to decide on doing with the NBA draft and the NBA season and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, they'll come up with dates.
Gotch does have a unique skill set in being a 6'7" guard who can handle the ball, but he does have to work on his outside shot. Gotch made just 25% of his three-pointers last season.
So that's something I'm working on right now, every day, trying to get my reps up on the three-point line, trying to, you know, bring those numbers up. Being able to handle the ball, take guys out the dribble, rebound, and just pretty much a do-it-all guard. You know, that's what I'm trying to be.
For now, Gotch is busy taking online courses and working out every day, and whether or not he returns to Utah, he's been happy with his experience there.
You know, playing at Utah was one of the best experiences ever. You know, I'm just excited to be a Ute. You know, we got some great coaching staff over there. You know, they're pretty good at developing players and having the right system for players and stuff like that. You know, I chose the right place.
Well, this was supposed to be the final day of the regular season for the Jazz. They were set to host the Nuggets. Instead, let's take a trip through the archives on this date in Jazz history. April 14th, 1990, the Jazz took on the Rockets. John Stockton led the team with 25 points, but Hakeem Olajuwon had 27, and the Rockets won 103-99. In 1998, MVP Karl Malone scored 44 against the Timberwolves, giving the Jazz their 60th win of the year. 2003, the Spurs came to town. Tony Parker had 25, while Malone had 20. The final time he led the Jazz in scoring in the regular season, but the Spurs won by 8. And last year, game 1 of the first round of the playoffs in Houston, Donovan Mitchell scored 19, but James Harden was sensational. No matter how hard the Jazz tried, they could not stop him. Fear the beard indeed. Harden had 29 points, 10 assists as the Rockets took game 1 of the series, 122-90. And former Jazz man Trevor Booker announced his retirement from the NBA. Booker will forever be known as the guy who made one of the craziest shots in NBA history. Back in 2015 against Oklahoma City, with 0.2 seconds on the shot clock, Booker just tapped the ball with both hands blindly over his head and made it. I can still watch that shot all day long, but congrats to Booker on retirement, and we'll be right back.
All right, Erica Martin joining us with a look at the forecast. Erica, everyone's talking about that aftershock last night. Sure woke me up out of bed.
It did. You know, it was so scary. And I sleep with my little dog and, of course, my fiance. And my little puppy just ran right over me. She was
crazy.
Like, what
I mean,
is that?
4.2, the guy we talked to said that was getting smaller, but I feel like that's like the largest one we've seen.
Yeah, and you know what, Jared? We were also talking about the difference between an aftershock and an earthquake. So this is still considered an aftershock, and you and I were talking about that this morning, and it looks like we're already up to almost 1,000 aftershocks. Just
That's
from that
1,000
one
too
earthquake.
many for me.
I know, right? right? For anybody, I'd say.
All right.
Even for
Relief in weather, though. Something to look forward to, at least.
Yes, definitely, Jared. Something to look forward to by the weekend. St. George, though, you guys have no problem. Cedar City, clear skies today. A very nice day in the forecast. Sunrise is at 6:48 a.m. That's Cedar City Airport. I always like this shot. I really do think it tells a lot. And locally here, Colonial Flag looking really good outside. Lots of clouds in the forecast for you. Infrared satellite loop. So we always talk about this 2-hour loop here. I love it. Sometimes I go 3 hours, but in this case, just a 2-hour loop because I want to show you everything moving down from north to south. Area of high pressure is moving over Colorado right now. Yesterday, it was over the southeastern pocket of Utah. We like that. Definitely made for very nice sky conditions over Moab, Blanding, and for southern Utah. High-res satellite, again, also showing us everything moving across our region there from north to south. And again, that area of high pressure moving over Colorado. So right now, we're just dealing with that disturbance moving into our area, which looks like some rain showers and a little bit of a wintry type precip. Current wind profile, notice how those arrows, they're all going in different directions. That's a sign that we do have that disturbance moving on down, a little kind of counterclockwise, if you will, if you kind of look closely. So a lot going on in the atmosphere. And as I show you our weather outlook for the next couple of days, we're tracking this low that's moving over the Pacific right now. It's going to develop, and I'm going to step off screen for just one moment, through Thursday. Upper level system located near the Rockies. This one, it's actually moving through Southern California. And so because it's moving through Southern California, the jet stream is going to dig a little bit farther south, which means that precip is going to dig a little farther south. So I'll show you what that means in just one moment on our 7-day for St. George. FutureCast, let's get this into motion here. We are seeing that wintry precip as temperatures start to decline. Definitely unseasonable for today. That's going to be the trend at least for the next couple of days. But the good news is at least we warm up by the weekend like we were telling Jared. So this is what we made that change St. George yesterday. We do have some late PM showers Thursday into Friday. Scattered showers on Friday, then clearing late Friday into Saturday. A decent forecast. Now, rain showers on Monday into Tuesday. Guys, I do think we will see some isolated thunderstorms late Monday into Tuesday next week, but let's not rush. Let's not get there in a hurry. The Wasatch Front, 53 for today, breezy. Breezy for tomorrow, rain, snow mix. Coldest day, I'd say, is going to be tomorrow, and then we hit the 60s by tomorrow, tracking some PM showers into Sunday. I'm going to go with broken clouds for now, and then tracking the potential for some more showers next Monday into Tuesday. Breezy conditions. So I'm liking this, though, Jared, because we do have 50s right now. Temperatures below normal. The normal high for today is 61 degrees, but we warm up just in time for the weekend. So definitely make those, I'd say, social distancing plans. Back to you in the studio.
All right, looking forward to that warm weekend. Thanks, Erica. All right, time now to take a look at our morning commute. This is I-15 at 4100 South in Murray. Couple lights out on the roadway, just picking up for your morning commute, but otherwise A-okay. All right, 517 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Utah. New smartphones are coming out cheaper than the competition. Hear how much they cost in today's Tech Smart.
It's a little bit like going to war.
And new hotspots of the coronavirus are popping up around the country. Hear how states are dealing with the increase in cases. As we head to break, we leave you with a live look outside. I think that's the temple there. Gorgeous view of our city skyline. We're right back. Brian,
go on.
Why didn't you Instagram me back about your workout wardrobe yesterday?
I did Instagram you back.
No, you didn't. About the Sally Hansen's on the shoulders.
Oh, maybe I didn't look at it. Maybe I didn't.
I'm just trying to help you out. I want you to look your best.
I appreciate that. The you know, we've had a couple of these that I've done.
Oh, that's the first one I saw.
Up in the house, and
yeah, I would just say just a light tanning on the arms. And what happens with those cars?
There's not a whole lot I can do, you know.
Did you win those cars on The Price is Right?
No. Well, I won the first car, but that's not how the game works. If you watch the whole thing, you can't win just one car. You can't win two cars. You have to win all three.
So would you have to pay the taxes on the car to get it?
Yeah. I would have had to pay the taxes on those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch that thing or just see the little clip on my Instagram?
I just saw the little clip of you like freaking out.
Yeah.
When you won.
It was a crazy thing because
your voice sounds a little bit different.
It was a lot of fun.
In that
I still have
video.
1 minute.
Higher or lower?
Like raspier. Like more like, I don't know.
Well, I've probably been yelling all day. Like we got in at that particular day. If you've ever gone down there, you're there early, like 3 a.m. And then we didn't start taping till 1 p.m. So, and I had been, not knowing how the process worked till we got there, been just on one the entire time just to make sure that they picked me.
Oh.
And I was the first one out. First one called out of the audience, first one in contestants row, first one on stage.
Oh, of course you were. I would expect nothing else.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Good morning, Utah. Concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic are not stopping one particular smartphone company who's up and coming. They're releasing some of their new phones right now, and we're going to show you exactly where you can get them and how much they cost from our Tech Smart, Rick Jamero.
OnePlus is a company headquartered in China, but that's not keeping them from releasing their latest smartphones. The company has 2 new devices that will go on sale later this month, and they have fantastic features at a great price tag. OnePlus might not be a brand you see advertised, but they're a fan favorite among techies.
We tend to focus on product, not necessarily marketing.
Kyle Jung is head of marketing for the company. They're releasing 2 new phones, the OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro.
Obviously, these are challenging times.
The company ditched plans for an in-person launch in favor of a virtual event. And users won't be able to see the phones in person, at least not right now, since many carrier stores are closed. Both devices have 5G connectivity, and some features OnePlus models have been missing in the past, like a formal water resistance rating, and on the Pro model, wireless charging.
We didn't want to introduce wireless until the speed was there, because we think that's most important.
While typical wireless charging is slower than plugging in, OnePlus is using their own wireless tech to get the phone to a 50% charge in just 30 minutes. Other notable features include a top-of-the-line display on the Pro model with a 120 Hz refresh rate. It looks amazing. As for that all-important camera, 3 lenses give you close, medium, and wide-angle shots. Now the camera is better on the Pro model, but you're going to be perfectly happy with the pictures you snap on either of these devices. I've been impressed with the results. And the Android software, it's the best out there, period. It's clean, snappy, and updated often by OnePlus. Add it up for a great smartphone experience and a worthy competitor to the big brands you see advertised everywhere.
More and more, if you talk to people that know smartphones, we're becoming at the top of the mind share in terms of who makes the best phones.
T-Mobile and Verizon will be selling these OnePlus phones starting April 29th, and for the first time, you'll be able to buy them unlocked direct from Amazon. They start at $699 for the OnePlus 8 and $899 for the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now, if you have any questions about these phones or if you want to see some of the pictures I've taken on them, find me on social media. I am at Rich on Tech. I'm Rich DeMuro. You are Tech Smart.
Well, we definitely need a spring warm-up here. So the question is it spring yet? It is officially, but those temperatures definitely don't indicate that. We do have a rain and wintry mix tracking today and a weekend warm-up in store, so just hang tight for a couple more days. Current temperature in Logan, 48 degrees. Salt Lake City, 49. So we're seeing a decline in those temperatures already. Price 26, Moab 30, Delta 32, Rock Springs at 29. Cedar City also seeing upper 20s. Lake Powell and St. George currently currently at 41 degrees. 24-hour temperature change. Guys, don't get too excited here. Even though it is 19 degrees warmer than it was yesterday, at the same time, temperatures are going to dip very quickly as the day progresses. We have a lot of cold air settling into place, and that's going to be our story. So let's go ahead and plan your day accordingly. 9 a.m., 46 degrees, isolated showers. Some of you will see a wintry mix, and by lunchtime, showery and colder conditions. At least that's the trend for the next couple of days. 54 degrees. St. George, you look great today. Lots of sunshine, sunny and nice by 9 a.m., 55 and 69 by lunchtime. Sunny skies for you. Enjoy. Coming up in just a bit, we're going to time out that precip, and we're going to talk about that warm-up for the weekend, guys. Back to you.
All right, sunny skies, exciting. Time now to take a look at our roads this Wednesday morning for our commute. This is SR 201 at 1600 West. Not much going on, just a couple cars out on the roadways. You can see lights on as people are waking up, getting their morning started. All right, Brian Carlson joining us live. And guys, this story next is very cute.
Very.
I like the pun. I know exactly where you're going.
You're welcome.
So, wild animals roaming free right now at Yosemite National Park, and it is giving us some very rare sights. So since the park shut down, you've got staff there posting great animal videos like this one here on social media. This is a black bear spot just grazing on the grass out there in Yosemite Village.
Can you give us
now,
your
Jared,
best
I don't know if he was looking for a
black bear
picnic basket.
impersonation?
Yeah. Best black bear. How would one exactly do a black bear
I don't know. I'm asking you. The talented Brian Carlson.
I think you'd have to get down on all fours.
If you would like,
right? You'd
I
have
mean,
to get down and find some berries, right? That's positively something I don't think I could do, Jared.
All right.
Well, he's cute. That's a cute little bear cub.
Positively.
All right.
You guys, you have about 500 of these black bears right there in the Yosemite National Park. We call that home. And you got more of them coming out because there's no humans around right now. So they're getting free reign.
So some positives to this COVID-19 in some way. All right.
Positives.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
Very positive. All right. 5:26 right now. Next on Good Morning Utah. Nursing homes under siege from the coronavirus. Hear how one nursing home director is making sure everyone is safe.
President Trump has stopped funding the World Health Organization during the middle of a global pandemic. I'm Alex Brachet in Washington. I'll have details as to why.